What's up, y'all? This is DJ Kenny Parker, DJ and producer for KRS-One / Boogie Down Productions, and today I'm back with another video. Now, today's video is actually a video that a few subscribers have been asking me about. What is the story behind the classic Boogie Down Productions song, The Kenny Parker Show? So today, I'm gonna break it down. As I mentioned in my book, My Brother's Name is Kenny, which answers a lot of the questions that people have about BDP. I started DJing for Boogie Down Productions in the beginning of 1990. Now let me give you guys a little history about BDP. Usually when Boogie Down Productions releases an album, KRS-One immediately starts working on the new album for the following year. So, after the release of 1989's Ghetto Music, KRS-One started working on the Edutainment album. So since I started DJing for BDP right at the beginning of 1990, most of the Edutainment album was already done. When I joined, there was maybe 3 or 4 songs left to record. So I was there for like maybe the last few songs done on the album. I dropped by KRS-One's house in Manhattan, like I normally do on any given day, and he was on his way to the studio to record. So I was like, all right, come on, let's go. I'm coming with you. I didn't really have nothing to do that day. He grabbed a few records and we left. When we got to the studio, we started working on this song. Now in the studio at that time, I believe, was Miss Melody, me, KRS-One, Engineer D Square, my man Willie D, rest in peace, and a few others. I can't really remember who else was in the studio. So we started working on this song. First, KRS, I'm gonna call him Chris, but it's KRS-One for those that don't know. First, Chris pulls out one of the volumes of the Ultimate Breaks and Beats series, which was sampled by thousands of producers and is a foundation in hip hop. Shout out to my man Breakbeat Lou. He found a little break that he wanted to use and started messing around with it on the turntables. So then Chris says, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a lot of scratches on this record. We're gonna make it appear like it's a live concert. Now what a lot of people don't know is that KRS-One is also a DJ. He's the one who taught me how to DJ, and KRS-One probably scratched on, I would say, 80 to 90% of all of the BDP songs that you heard after Criminal Minded and not produced by DJ Premier. So on this particular song that we were working on, both KRS-One and I did scratches on the song, but I can't really remember now who did what. Usually when KRS-One creates songs, he has a pretty good idea in his head of how he wants the songs to go. So I'm 100% sure that Chris did some of the scratches on this song. So after we laid down the initial break beat, Chris said, I need somebody to talk over this. I need somebody to do the intro. So he turned to Willie D and he said, Will, go in there and say this.
Indeed, truly, we are the mighty, mighty BDP posse. This is our 4th album, but still not taking no short. Yeah!
The funny part is, Willie D went into the studio and said what Chris wanted him to say, but he forgot to mention his own name. So a lot of people think that I'm the one speaking in the beginning of the song, but really it's Willie D. And I always tease him like, thanks, Will, I'll take all that credit. So, after Will finishes doing the intro part over the Ultimate Breaks and Beats song, then Chris pulls out the main sample that he wanted to use for the song. I'm not gonna say who the artist is, even though the statute of limitations is probably over, but I'm not gonna say who the artist is, but most of you guys out there know the sample to this song, and it goes like this. So Chris loops up the song, lays it down, we put some drums under it, beefed it up, And then we went back into the studio and did background ad-libs to make it sound like it was live. So in the song, you'll hear me, you'll hear KRS, you'll hear Willie D, and you'll hear Miss Melody in the back making live sounds. After the beat was laid down, then Chris goes into the booth and lays down the vocals. Bang, bang, he knocks out the vocals. Then me and Chris went back and added the scratches afterwards around the vocals and pretty much created the song. After we finished recording the song had no hook and the song had no title. So I asked Chris, what are we gonna name this song? He thought for a while and he laughed, he said, you know what? I think I'm gonna call this song The Kenny Parker Show. And he laughed. And I was like, man, Chris, get the hell out of here, man. Go ahead, stop playing. And I left it at that. Right after we recorded the song, Boogie Down Productions headed out on a month-long European tour. And on the tour, we decided to use lyrics from this song as part of our freestyle session in the show. I found an old Boogie Down Productions concert recording from 1990, and in the show, you can hear this song but in a freestyle form to a different beat. Check it out.
All right, Rebecca, make sure the sound is pumped up, and we're gonna kick it like this. 1, 2, 3. Well, it's me, down with BDP. KRS-One rocks any party. Rocks the beats and the breaks. Rock the socks off the frauds and the flakes. The suckers shake while I'm creating. They get together and they start debating.
So that's pretty much how the routine used to go before the song was commercially released. We probably did that routine about 30 different times. So fast forward a couple of months, when we get back to the United States, it's time for the Edutainment album to drop. So in the back of my mind, I was always wondering, whatever happened to the song with no title? So I came to Chris, I said, yo, Chris, whatever happened to that song that we did with all the scratches? What did you end up naming it? And he said, I told you I'm gonna name it The Kenny Parker Show. And once again, I was like, oh man, Chris, you're full of shit. Get out of here like that. He's like, all right. The next thing I know, the new single is about to drop. The name of the single was the classic song, Love's Gonna Get You. So when the single Love's Gonna Get You was about to come out, we needed a B-side for the 12-inch single. As it turned out, Jive Records loved the song that we did with all the scratches so much that they decided to put it on the back of the new single as the B-side. So when the song finally comes out, I got the single, flipped it over, and read the credits, and the name of the song actually was The Kenny Parker Show. KRS actually named the song The Kenny Parker Show. I don't know if he did it half to big up his new DJ and brother, and half as a joke just to prove me wrong. I don't know, but I'm happy that he named the song The Kenny Parker Show. The 12-inch was released with the single Love's Gonna Get You on the A side and The Kenny Parker Show on the B side, and it ended up being a huge success, with Love's Gonna Get You being one of KRS-One's and Boogie Down Productions' biggest singles. Ironically, after the song The Kenny Parker Show came out, we never performed that song again. For us, it was really an old freestyle from the European tour. But for everybody else, it was The Kenny Parker Show. So there you have it, The Kenny Parker Show breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up and a like, and I will catch you guys on the next video.